So, Very Dark Man said some small content creators are on social media talking nonsense. Before I go into the reason for this video, I want to remind you that before you became famous or the big content creator, you were also once upon a time a small content creator. All right. So everybody have their time and their seasons. Okay. So your season is here and you are now famous. So enjoy it while it lasts. However, I happen to fall under the category of the small content creators, as you would describe us. The small content creators also have sense, maybe more than you. One of the small content creators have a few questions to ask you. So could you be kind enough to answer them? Just in case you come across this video, we would like for you to respond to these questions. Number one, are you the owner of social media? Because I don't understand the reason why each time anybody is trending in Nigeria, you will want to just jump in and be in the center of the whole matter. Are you the owner of this internet space? Because at this point, I really personally don't understand where you belong. The reason why another person cannot trend on social media since you came into limelight. I don't understand it. You did the same thing to Yabojo. You did the same thing to Tonto Dike. You did the same thing to Izzy Okoye. You did the same thing to Harrison. Even the dead people, when they are trending, you did it to Mohbad. You were the one that scattered Mohbad's case. I don't understand. So you need to tell us. Because maybe you are a major shareholder and we don't know, so that we'll start respecting you in that regards. We need to know, so please, you need to tell us if you are the owner of this social media space. Secondly, did Peter, Paul, or Jude hired you as their investigator or their attorney in this matter? Because I don't really understand your involvement, deeply involvement on this matter. Because in Peter's explanation, he made a video part 1 to 8, 8A, 8B, and so on. He never mentioned Phino's name. Because you wanted to be involved by force in this matter, you now brought about Phino, that the person who narrated his story never mentioned Phino. He never mentioned Phino anywhere in his story from part 1 to 8 that he posted. You now wanted to come in by force and brought about Phino. So who hired you as an investigator on this matter? Please, we would like to know. Question number 3. Could you please tell us, do you know Jude Okoye more than his family? Do you know him more than his brothers, that the same mother, the same father gave birth to them and they grew up together as siblings? You know him more than them, right? His elder brother has come out to call Jude categorically, without missing words, he's a bad person. Their younger brother has also come out to say the same thing. It was Jude that scattered my life and all of that. But you want us Nigerians by fire, by force, to believe your own side of the story and abandon the truth. It's not going to work. You will do that whitewashing and believe it all by yourself. Before I ask you question number 4, I want to do some sort of analysis from the video you made 2 days ago or so. You said Nigerians are saying, Peter, don't answer Very Dark Man, don't answer Very Dark Man. And then you posted something that, look at, you are the one avoiding his course. I want to also let you know that we know that conversation, the missed calls, everything transpired in 2025, not now. Not now after Peter posted his videos. That's one. Secondly, you said you are the man of the truth. You stand for the truth. You stand for the truth, and you met Phino about what Peter told you. Phino now asked you to call Peter so that perhaps to clarify certain things, and you outrightly refuse to call Peter, and you come and tell us that you stand for the truth. That's a lie. You don't stand for the truth. You stand for only the things that can benefit you. You don't stand for the truth. I'm saying this based on the video you yourself posted. I did not come up with anything on my own. It's based on what you said in the videos you have posted so far. Peter met you on the 14th of May. You met Phino on the 2nd of July. Did you see the distance? The gap. 2nd of July, you met Phino. And Peter tried to reach you on the 8th of July. He called, you didn't pick, you called back, he didn't pick apparently, and then he called back. You people spoke for about 16 minutes. And after that, I don't know what transpired. Maybe the network interrupted the conversation, or maybe perhaps you ended the call or something. Because he called you back severally and you refused to pick. That was before you even met Jude. Because according to your explanation, you met Jude on the 12th of July. That was after all what transpired between you and Peter transpired. So, man of the truth, you cannot tell us that it was after you met Jude and he explained his own side of the story that you started avoiding Peter's call. So apparently, those of us who tried to put one or two together, I was thinking that conversation didn't go your way. You didn't like the way the conversation was going and you decided to end the call, or you decided not to respond to him again. That was what transpired. So you cannot come and say it was Nigerians are saying Peter don't respond to very dark man, and then you will not post something and say you are the one avoiding him. No, that was not what transpired. What transpired was that conversation did not go down well with you, and you started getting angry, even though he tried to even reach you severally. That was even the reason why when Phino asked you to call him, you refused to call him. Because you were already angry with him and you had stopped picking his call, so you didn't want to be the one to call him. On the 20th again, he even called you back. You still did not respond to his call. That was when he now sent you a message telling you about somebody was trying to reach you, about one Peter, somebody that was scamming people, blah, blah, blah. You still did not respond even to that message. And after that, he even complimented you. You still did not respond. On the 22nd of August, he now sent you a message that you should check your DM. There's somebody that you needed to, speak with or something like that. So don't make it look like this whole thing, it's about you. It's about because, Peter wanted to use your head and then you refused. You didn't let it happen. That's the reason why he's angry and coming about. He came out to say categorically what his grievances are. Peter made his videos and never mentioned you, never mentioned Phino in any of his videos. He only talked about how Jude threatened to unalive him. He talked about Jude called his son a bastard. He talked about how Jude stole from him. He talked about how Jude hates his wife. He talked about how his family maltreated his wife before and even after he married her. He provided evidences. He provided clear evidences of all of these allegations. You just came from nowhere and just want to whitewash Jude. Nobody is talking about Phino in this matter. And so on and so forth. These were this man's grievances. Peter never mentioned your name. Peter never mentioned Phino. So that brings me to my question number 4. Who are you? Very dark man. Who the hell are you that you think that You will manipulate the entire nation to believe your perspective. Always believe your perspective about things. To always know that, okay, without very dark man, this thing cannot go forward. Without very dark man, nobody's going to make headway. Who the hell are you again? You are just a content creator like every other person on the internet space. And maybe you do a little bit of activism and all of that. But it's not everything that you jump into it and try to manipulate everybody to believe your own perspective. And when people don't believe or don't agree with you, you become angry and you try to misbehave. The other day you were spitting on your phone. What the hell was that? That was so disgusting. So disgusting. Are you a dog? Are you an animal that you behave like that because people didn't agree with you or people didn't, that's BS as far as I'm concerned. So please, beautiful people, if you could help me tag him or share this video so that very dark man will answer these questions. The next time he's coming up with a perspective, we will trend with caution because he owns the internet space. He needs to tell us. Very important. And it's a serious thing too. Otherwise, you should stop manipulating people. For the fact that you have a platform does not make you the most sensible or the most highly connected person in Nigeria.